It's all facts, no pain for a podcast. Top dog with his recap. Shh. Let's go. Send out those notifications. What the trenches be waiting for. Hey, Santos Boxing, what up?
62 grams if a nigga fly. Drop it in the water, watch it all lot. Shorty hit my number, but she called block. Everybody not a gunner, fraud stop. Got me feeling like Fab when the ball drop. Coke boy like French flood the whole block.
Link in the chat.
18.5 for a whole block. I'm talking 98 hove in a old rock. Big fish in the water, frog stop. I'm everywhere in the city, y'all not. I'm up 5 on you bitches, check the shot clock. Point one for the win, I'm in a hard shot. Diamonds dancing on you bitches while I call shots. Big one, I'm the one, call me Big Ot. 50 in a drum and stop your man dreams. Beam on the tip, Glock's up machine. Sitting at the top, see the nosebleeds. Shorty hit my phone, trying to roll in. Highlights, sports center, we on the floor, see.
Hit that like button.
She adore me.
Yes, sir.
Niggas a lot in the pain drawn.
Shout out everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. Y'all love, you know what it is.
Bitch, I'm on game with the game caution. Rest in peace,
Yes.
game with the game offer. You
My target.
To the judge, cold-hearted motherfucker. VVS cut stones, white motherfucker. Get ice, motherfucker. This the life, young sucker. Yeah, I turned 1 into 2 though. Drop black Benz, AMG 2 though. I'm getting rich, nigga, pardon me. Real street nigga, the hood honor me. Black and Mary jeans with his RT. Running up the digits with the offering. 6-figure deals plus marketing. Crushing all these bitches at the offering. Lay the foundation like a carpenter. And some footies like yay, we the mafia.
We the mafia. We got a lot to cook up on. And send out those notifications so we can cook.
For all you niggas hating, here's a warning shot.
I'm
really in them trenches where you niggas not.
Sure.
Rolls from the slumbers, cops hit the block. Ducking from the D's when I flee the spot. 62 grams if a nigga fly. Drop it in the water.
Send out those notifications. Fundora, Thurman recap. Moses Itauma, Jermaine Franklin recap. Devin Haney and Rolly not happening. Rolly is on his way to fight Diaz off. It's mandatory. Great Rumble. That's a great Rumble.
Dancing on you bitches while I call shots.
Come on.
Big one, I'm the one, call me Big Ot. 50 in a drum and stop your man dreams. Beam on the tip.
Now I'm about to start frying these. I'm about to start frying this shit.
Shorty hit my phone trying to roll E. Highlights, sports center, we on the floor, see. Action main horse, she adore me. Niggas hate a lot in the pain drawn.
Yes, sir.
Off my slots when the day's long. I spit the block, see that K talk. 17 full brick in that cane form. Bitch, I'm on game with the game caution. Rest in peace, your whole game with the game offer. You my target, motherfucker. Finger to the judge, cold-hearted motherfucker. VVS cut stones, white motherfucker. Get ice, motherfucker. This the life, young sucker.
Baby.
I turned 1 into 2 though. Drop black Benz, AMG 2 though. I'm getting rich, nigga, pardon me. Real street nigga, the hood honor me. Black and Mary jeans with his RT. Running up the digits with the offering. 6-figure deals plus marketing. Crushing all these bitches at the offering. Lay the foundation like a carpenter. And some footies like yay, we the
mafia. Let's talk.
I'm getting rich, nigga, pardon me. Real street nigga, the hood honor me.
We're going to play with this one, and we're going to tighten up. We're going to get into more detail. We're going to get into the PBC card. We're going to get into the Keith Thurman Fundora card, because there's a lot to talk about, but I'm going to talk about. Moses Itauma looked great. Shout out Willie Hutchison, beat Israel Teller. Devin Haney Rolly.
When I hit the
You gonna
block,
get
I
to
hit the
that? Hold
bando.
that.
Whip
PC
it to it, rock, bought a
WBA. My
Lambo.
apologies. WBA
When I
full
hit the
champion.
block, I hit the
Let's get it.
bando. Whip it to it, rock, bought a Lambo. When I hit the block, I hit the bando. Whip it to it, rock, bought a Lambo. When I hit the block, I hit the bando. Whip
Yes,
it
man.
to
We
it,
want
rock,
to
bought a Lambo. Bitches on my dick, they know I'm certified. Young trap
boys in
nigga,
the
well
barrel.
organized. Extendo on extendo, nigga,
I'm
you
trying to tell you,
defy.
listen, we about to
Play him like Nintendo, all my shooters wild. Mr. Top 10 from the proven ground. Strap on the K, watch me move a crowd. Fuck a foul play, they call them Ubers now. Youngin' on my line like the fools around. Make sure you clear the block if they hit, nigga. Flush everything if they hit, nigga. Heard what I said, it's a gym, nigga. Flush everything if they hit, nigga. When I hit the block, I hit the bando.
link in the chat.
To it, rock, bought a Lambo. When I hit the block, I hit the bando. Whip it to it, rock, bought a Lambo.
Shout out everybody on YouTube watching. Shout out everybody on
Whip it
Facebook
to it,
watching.
rock, bought a Lambo. When I hit the block, I hit the bando. Whip it to it, rock, bought a Lambo. Bitch from out of state, let her wipe me down. Every low she move, keep her mom around. Show her how to mob like LeBron in town. 745 Glock guard pound. Extender on the 5, bet I chop him down. French Montana when the ball drop. Got a nigga paranoid if they call cops. Fabuloso in the kitchen if the drone watch. Keep a drum for the locals in the whole SWAT. Treat the shit like narcos, burn the whole block. I'm Pablo Escobar before the rooftop. Young hota with a ooh-wop. When I hit the block, I hit the bando. Whip it to it, rock, bought a Lambo. When I hit the block, I hit the bando. Whip it to it, rock, bought a Lambo. When I hit the block, I hit the bando. Whip it to it, rock, bought a Lambo. When I hit the block, I hit the bando. Whip it to it, rock, bought a Lambo.
Little big me right there. Yeah, the link in the chat, y'all. Let's talk about it. You know, we're gonna talk about boxing right now. We're gonna get into this situation. You know, I want to start with the Moses Itauma, the Magnificent Seven card. I want to start with Willie Hutchison, or what's the other brother name? Israel Teller. It was a tough fight, but you seen who was more dominated. You know, I like Israel Teller a lot. Shout out to Malik Scott. You know, Malik Scott still was in his corner, which I thought he wasn't. But that's me doing my job more. But Willie showed up and showed out, yo. Very more versatile. Punch placement was great. Foot position was crazy. Kept switching on Israel Teller. You know, sometimes never judge a book by its cover till you open it and read it. You know, I learned that since I was a kid. I always taught myself that. When everybody used to be like, never judge a book by its cover, never judge a book by its cover. And you know me, I just added, never judge a book by its cover until you open it and read it, until you learn who the author is. You know, and the author is yourself. You're going to tell your own life stories, you dig, Ski? But at the end of the day, you know, hey, man, well, listen, it doesn't mean how many lessons you have, how many losses you have. It's just a lesson learned. And Willie showed that he was more dominant. You know, the fight could have went either way, but if you're gonna award a winner, you got to give it to Willie. Willie made that shit look great. He made it look good. And then you know, leading on to the Moses Itauma and Jermaine fight, Jermaine Franklin fight. Moses Itauma looked too strong. Looked too fast. His jab was too superb, man. His jab was too superb, and you just got. How can I say this? How can I call this? He needs his opportunities. He needs his chances now. You know, all of this, a person not ready or you day two green. If you're ranked number one or you become a mandatory, fuck all that. If you're ranked in the top 5, how you're not ready? That's the key thing people need to understand. How a person not ready if he becomes mandatory or he climb up the rankings and become number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1, or mandatory. Y'all people got to make it make sense, because it's y'all who's ruining the sport of boxing. You understand? We know the business side, but us not getting the fights that we want. It's y'all people always saying the person not ready. How the fuck a person ain't ready if he becomes the mandatory or he becomes the number one contender? You feel me? To get a chance at the prize fight. But it's always you people, you know. But Moses Itauma look dangerous for any heavyweight right now. You know, he looked like a light heavyweight, more with like he moved like a cruiserweight. Now I'm gonna keep it tall. The nigga moved like a welterweight. You know what I mean? His jab was super, super, super superb and speedy fast. You know, and when you watch both main, here they come with the BS zapping me already. Here they come with the BS zapping me already. But yeah, no, when you look at the main event, two southpaws, you know, hosted the main event. Two southpaws, two southpaws got the stoppage. You can't. Man, so 11 minutes to 11:19, they keep zapping me up. 11 minutes and 19 seconds. I don't know why they doing this to me, man. But yeah, getting on to the Thurman situation, to that card, you know, shout out to Les and Mendoza. But before I get to those people, I want to talk about these referees. Thomas and Huggins, whatever his damn name is. In this generation, you can't pull the rope though. You can't even let your partner throw a barrage of punches in the first half of the fight. So when the second half of the fight come around and he's tired, he's exhausted, and you get to exploit your game plan. You can't do that in this generation. These referees right now, you can't do that. You can't pull the rope no more. Ali would have been mad as shit because they would have stopped the fight. It's bad refs out here. There was a lot of bad refs out here, man. And Higgins started the night off. Well, listen, when that Gonzalez card happened, we gonna get into it. When Brian, if I'm chopping up your name, is it Brian or Brian? You know, I'm gonna call you Brian. When Brian Gonzalez fought Medina, who was the referee? Huggins, right? Huggins, whatever his fucking name is. He was the ref. Once I seen that motherfucker, I said, hold yo, the fight. That nigga fucked the fight up. You know what I mean? The 5th round TKO, when you look at the stoppage, it was a bad stoppage. It was a very, 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 very bad stoppage. And then the nigga ended up doing it again. You know, he ended up doing it again. You know, then you watch Thomas come on. This is the main event fight. This could have been Keith Thurman game plan, even though I'm gonna get the Thurman. But from the prelims on up, Huggins already showed the world that it's crazy. It's crazy. Even with the what's the brother name? Gallegos and Gonzalez, you know, 3rd round knockdown, unanimous decision. You know, 97, 92, 98, 91. You know, on the scorecard, where 2 referees had it right there. You know, it was crazy to me, but just to see Huggins fuck the game up, man. He messed the game up for real. You know, that was the prelims. Now we're gonna jump into the main card, right? No, shout out to Kevin Newman pulling it off. Shout out Roy Jones who went viral. You know, and even shout out Elijah Garcia father. You know, he even went viral. Nigga, you down? Even though his son was winning that round in that fight, he would nigga you down on the cards. That's what you're supposed to tell your fighters so they can pick it up. But shout out to Kevin Newman. You know, one judge had it a draw. You know, 98. 92, 96, 94 was the scorecard. It was a great fight. But Roy Jones went viral that day. Saturday night, he went viral, letting Kevin Newman know, like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? Like, everything we trained for, like, for this moment, like, you let this man whoop you. If you seen it, you seen it. But I want to stay on this bum-ass referee. Because I know this referee is a big customer. You know, we're going to get into the heavyweight fight. You know, the ref was Robert Hoyle. You know, Gorgon, 9-8 KOs. Navarro 15-3, 13 KOs. It was a stop. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just was a bunch of sabotage. It was a bunch of sabotage. That's all I can say. There was a lot of sabotage going on Saturday. I called it on my shorts. I was gonna go live yesterday and talk about the sabotage, what's going on, how they try to sabotage the PBC event. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot to talk about, but it's crazy how they try to sabotage the PBC event. But Robert Hoyle, we need to talk to you. But getting on to Huggins, the referee Huggins, second bad stoppage. Shout out to Yo-Yo Hernandez and Terrell Gushay. That was a terrible stoppage, bro. That was a very, very, very bad, terrible stoppage. And I told y'all, don't be surprised if Dana White, these motherfuckers from Zuffa, TKO, Turkey, and these niggas pay these bum ass referees to sabotage a fight. 2 bad stoppages from this referee. This is what the Ali Act supposed to prevent. This is the shit. Bad judging and bad refs. And when you look at it, it's fucked up. It's all messed up and fucked up. Yo-Yo could have got a better stoppage. He could have got a better stoppage, but he could have really knocked the person out. He could have really knocked Terrell out. But what y'all doing is bad, man. Like what Huggins is doing is bad, yo. Very, 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 very motherfucking bad, man. And wow, I want to go back to the Israel Teller fight and the Willie Hutchins fight. 99, 91, 98, 92. Unanimous. 2 judges scored it at the same scorecard. I had to get back to Willie because, like I said, I like the Israel Teller a lot, especially coming from across seas. But Willie showed the world, man, it's all about having a dog in you. And there's levels. A loss is just a lesson learned. And it's all about how you come back and make the whole situation happen. You hear me? And that Moses Itauma 5th round knockout was crazy. How that uppercut set everything up. He left Franklin soul with that uppercut. But yeah, getting back to the that ref Huggins fight, it's crazy, man. Two bad stoppages from this same ref on the same card, same night. It's bad and sad, man. But you let people tell it, y'all want to tell something different. And on to the co-main event, Tellez, Mendoza. It was a good fight. Tellez Mendoza was a great fight. That headbutt was crazy. The headbutt was crazy. The headbutt in the 3rd round. It took a lot out of Tellez. PBC stand for Pro Black Crit. Never take crazy. Shout out, never take just one. Hey, I like that. But yeah, it was crazy, man. That shit was crazy, man. It was crazy, man. But that Huggins guy, that referee, that 4th round, man. That 4th round. Oh, like, what's up with this referee, man? He shouldn't ref no more fights. Even Thomas, like, people like Harvey Doc, like, these referees be fucking up parlays. These referees be betting on fighters. These referees be paid off in Bart, yo. And this is what y'all need to understand, yo. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy, But shout out to Les for getting the victory over Brian Mendoza. It was a great fight. Them brothers came to rumble, but it's like the PBC night just was too early just from these bad stoppages. They ain't even let it get a chance for the arena to fill up, bro. You know how many people still was outside? That's why I asked people in my comments. I want to know people that in Vegas that was out there. I want to ask y'all certain questions, because I want to talk about the sabotage that was going on. I want to talk about how majority of the people that's still in line couldn't even get it. Still waiting in line to get it. I want to talk about this, because it's definitely a lot to talk about, And you don't believe me? Just look at the bad stoppages. Now, getting on to the main event. Before we get into the main event, Devin Haney, you said Rolly can't sell out. What? Nigga, after the Ryan Garcia, you will never sell again. That's why you always listen. How are you supposed to sell out when your first fight back they held it at uh, 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 Times Square, right? No audience because nobody paying shit. Make it make sense. But you're not even the main event. Saudi Arabia, you're not selling shit, bro. You do not put asses in seats no more. Rolly sells way more than you, my brother. Right now, Rolly sells way more than you. You and Ryan supposed to happen right now. Fuck all that VADA testing shit. If you want to take a different testing, go ahead. Because by you forcing people to take VADA testing, it's showing that what the fuck is VADA covering up for Snap. If you know, you know. I don't even want to, but you do not put asses in seats. And it's sad that you saying that Rolly can't even fill up such and such when was the last time you was a main event, my brother? When was the last time you ever sold any pay-per-views and really a big dog, like really a Tank Davis type of star, bro? You're not a Tank Davis. You're not a Canelo. You're not a David Benavidez. Nigga, you're not a Jerron Boots. Nigga, you're not even Floyd Schofield Jr. Nigga, Floyd Schofield Jr. put more asses in seats than you do. And don't get me wrong. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth because Devin used to sell. Now, I mean, he was on his way up there. You feel me? But he let that loss define him. He let that aggravate him. And he just stood right there. Now, you're just a puppet, my brother. You're just a puppet. Nigga, you don't sell. Last time, nigga, you and Rolly was on the same event. He was a champion. He got the knockdown. He had one of the, besides T.O., he had the best performance of that day. Of that night, he had the best performance. So you make it make sense, my brother. Yes, you can say, listen, don't get me wrong. Devin Haney used to, but after you left a bad taste in the consumer's mouth, we believe different. And then y'all, listen, the fake Devin Haney fans is all robots. You got to remember, Turkey and all them niggas own all of the streaming farms across seas. These niggas is all robots. Common sense. You see the fake pay-per-view numbers with Shakur and T.O. Why Ryan and Barrios pay-per-view numbers ain't come out yet? You say he benefits from being made on Pro Box? Hey, you know, I'm gonna tell you, do you believe by Devin Haney pulling those corny shenanigans off, did it mess him up from putting asses in seats? Because for him to say that the Rolly is diabolical, because the last time we seen you, Devin, you wasn't the last two fights you wasn't the main event, and you supposed to be a big attraction. Like, come on, make this shit make sense. You know? And Devin a cool fighter. He a cool fighter. You know, it's just this generation of fighters, I don't know what the fuck wrong. These the softest fighters in the world, bro. I mean, like when I was growing up, we seen the best fight the best. And if you was ranked number 15, you was super duper nice, you know? But it's like now you watch these niggas and it's all commentator fighters. You feel me? Never take. And what I mean by a commentator fighter, let's say you see Alex Showtime that he's putting in work, showing the trends that he's doing, right? Right? But you would take a nigga like Troy Nash, who got the cool accolades, but when you see his last fights, you're like, but you'll have a Timothy Bradley. Oh, okay. Devin Haney is West Coast, San Francisco treat they move different. I know he's from the West, but you know, the nigga from Henderson, Nevada. That nigga ain't from the Bay. That nigga ain't Bill from the Bay. Shout out Bill, you know what I mean? And Little Bill really from the trenches, you know what I mean? You can tell. You feel me? But you know, it's in their blood, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. To say that about Rolly, bro, you must be out of your rabbit ass mind. Because the last time when you was on an event, Rolly and Ryan was the main event. You wasn't. So if you was to sell, you was to do anything, you would have been main event. You know? Even going over there with the Benavidez and Yard situation. You could have said, listen, me and Norman, like, bro, nah, I want to be my own main event, nigga. But you went on the undercard. Now I'm from Philadelphia. I'm from Philly, nigga. Big dog Philly. Badland in the building. You know, a lot of these corny niggas call it Kensington is just the avenue. Shit called the Badlands. So when you got niggas that say, oh, from Kensington, them niggas ain't down here. A lot of niggas you see that claim that shit is not from down here. They just end up coming down here, trapping, and started rapping. And majority of niggas hang with rats. I'm just keeping it real. And they know who I am. I'm just keeping it real. I'll beat the dog shit out of them boys. They know. They know. They know. They know. They know. No. Oh, okay. You see, I'm just on this. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you told me. NT, because it's real. That shit. Jump shot, Rainbow City. You know what I mean? You know, I heard ATL like that too. You know, a lot of places like that. But I heard, you know, San Francisco was big on that shit. But the real people keep they. I mean, because I got cousins that's in their lane. You know, they not doing what other people do. You know, but shout out to those people. You know, we respect you. You know, and a lot of those fighters, know, because there's a lot of those cream puff fighters out here. They need to give them an opportunity and chance. You know, or TKO, Zuffa Boxing can create a league just for those people. You know, that shit be fired because a lot of them can rumble. And a lot of your favorite superstars that's now in this shit, like a Floyd Mayweather, them niggas part of that. They was in Diddy Pool. They was in Diddy Pool, like Devin Haney. That Haney was in Diddy Pool. Yeah, you was in Diddy Pool for real ski. But I want to talk about this Fundora and Keith Thurman, right? Keith Thurman, Ben Getty right now is mad as shit. Your credit gave you the perfect instructions. Move to your left, bro. You're fighting a southpaw. You know, I watch shout out Sean's Intel, Radio Raheem. You know, I was watching everybody yesterday, you know, and I'm just watching everybody, you know, giving Fundora his flowers, yes. But Radio Raheem just add, because you know, when you fight in the southpaw, you never, if you're an orthodox fighter, you never move to your right. Always move to your left, because when you fight in a southpaw fighter, it's not the battle of the punches. It's the battle of the foot. Now, I mean, your lead foot is your prized possession. So you're always going to keep it outside and you're going to circle to your left, which is the southpaw right. You never circle to your right, which is the southpaw left. Nah, I'm going to be real. It was a bad stoppage, bro. And the reason I say that, hey, you're going to agree with me, Never Take. Name me, if any of these fighters right now try to do the rope-a-dope, the rumble in the jungle, what Muhammad Ali did to George Foreman, these referees are not going to allow it in this generation. And you started to see Keith was straying away from his game plan, but that was plan B of his game plan. Have him throw a barrage of punches, because you know when you throw a barrage of punches, first 6, 7 rounds, you're going to, especially first round, but your shit going to start to decline. Now 7th, 8th, 9th, I got the opportunity to land these shots. But the key thing was fucking up Thurman is, bro, this man got an 80-inch arm reach. You're fighting, you're staying long. So he's fighting you from long, just shooting that jab. Once he shoot that jab, you circling straight to your right. He catch you. Bang. Remember that first round? Jab, jab. When that motherfucking overhand came and Keith went in that corner, he felt a hole. But the key thing is when you watch everybody else that had success, they were 6 inches. Hit the arms, hit the elbows, hit the shoulders. You got to be in the inside. But instead, you're fighting tall. His fingers be short. Listen, all tattoo tears intake. That shit was all tattoo tears. Bro, you standing there. You helping him win. You helping him fight long. Instead of moving in like Tim Tszyu had some success. Ruben had some success. You know, Brian Mendoza had some success. But it's the perfect thing I always said about Keith Thurman. I always said Keith Thurman fight like a jackrabbit. What a jackrabbit is, he bounce up and down and just. And sometimes when he, like I said, he throw a jab, instead of bringing it back, he'd drop it. You feel me? Now you got all of this open. You know? So that's he did. Ali took a lot into. But the crazy thing is, this generation, these referees ain't gonna let you do it. And that shit gotta be in the contract too. It gotta be in the contract. As long as they moving his legs, and as long as he throw punches, even if it don't land. No, man, I don't know, man. Keith got his ass whipped. That's all I can say. Keith You gotta blame yourself. You can't blame your team, because your trainer. You kept hearing them brothers. Move to your left. Stop going to your right. Circle your left. You're fighting a southpaw, bro. You've been doing this throughout the whole training camp. You had the professor in there. Shout out Michael Fox. You had the professor in camp. And bro, like what the like what happened? What happened? What happened? And yes, I always tell people this is me. This is my acknowledgement, and I'm gonna go with my opinion right here. If you got the WBC title, you the best champion. Like I don't give a fuck what you got. Chief doesn't have that real one punch power, hurt you power anymore, and he has it. Yeah, but the crazy thing about him, yeah, I'm back. My apologies. I had to go on mute because no motherfuckers to drive around with music in the background or playing anything, and if the live pick it up, I get a copyright strike. And these motherfuckers ain't gonna help me put in no footwork to get what I gotta get at. You feel me? You got to put in the hard work first. Once you put in the hard footwork, later on in life, like the next year, 2, 3 years, nigga, you be a multi-millionaire and your shit go. I mean, famous is just your face being shown. You feel me? The revenue come after. You dig me? I do 1 million views a motherfucking month. I'm famous already. I'm known all over the world right now. Everybody know who Fax is. Everybody know who Louis 13 is. And if you don't, you know it now. But getting back into this Keith Thurman Fundora situation, and I agree with you. Never take just one. Is I understand he's 37. I understand the legs, but bro, if you're not listening to your team, you can't. If you're not listening to your corner, it's teamwork. Yes, there's only one person going in there and fighting, but at the end of the day, when you go to the corner, before you go to the corner and get trained, it's a team situation. And everybody that always say it's a one-man sport, they always get their ass whipped. Now I mean, real rap, they always get their ass whipped. Instead of motherfuckers that's you're listening to your corner. He did not listen to his corner for nothing. He did not listen to his corner for nothing. You know what I mean? And look what the outcome you get. And it's called everybody still got bad habits. I mentioned a bad habit for who certain people have. A lot of people have bad habits. And in boxing, everybody get hits in boxing, yo. This is the shit. The shit I hate is, such and such get hit too much. Bro, y'all cop you box be wrong. Because if you really want to watch a fight, just mute it. Don't listen to the biased commentary. Just mute it. And after you finish watching it, just go back. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. Watch it in 0.5 speed. Because when you watch it in 0.5 speed, you're going to have a different outcome. You're going to have a different acknowledgement on the fight you just seen. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, hold these people lying. Copy box lying. He landed these much punches. This is how many punches he landed, and this is how many punches that he didn't land. But no copy box always wrong. But Thomas, it's a championship fight, bro. Keith Thurman game plan probably was the rope-a-dope. I'm gonna let this brother tire himself out. And by the 8th, 9th, I'm gonna land this one shot and I'm gonna get him out of here. And the referee Thomas fucked that up. Thomas and Higgins fucked it up. I'm always say it. Yeah, and that's what he's going to be. That's what he's going to end up being. That's what he's going to end up being. Just go back down to 147. No, go back down to 147. Capture a couple titles down there if you can. But I do believe, anybody. This is the key thing I tell people. If you're from the streets, I don't follow. Hey, NT. I don't follow copy box at all. I don't, bro. I don't fuck. I don't believe none of them. They'd be like, what the fuck? I watched what fight it was when he said black Saturday night. I think it was the Elijah Garcia fight. Was it that fight with Kevin Newman? They said only both fighters threw one punch that round, landed one punch. I said, man, these niggas is lying. Kevin Newman and Elijah throwing that shit. How the fuck they land one punch that round? I think it was like the fifth or the sixth. When I seen that shit, I just shook my head. I never liked copy box. I don't like it. But the only problem I have with these referees, man, is these bad stoppage. It's a championship fight. Let these brothers fight. So the fuck what? I mean, let these brothers fight, man. Let these brothers fight. Let these brothers fight. You know? But Keith Thurman, you know, at a young age, when you growing up, you always heard the saying until you got into a situation and synced it yourself, and you learned off experience. When your parents always told you, the taller they are, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And then one day you just happen to fight somebody real tall and big. And then in your head, you thinking they're gonna beat you up. And then when they hit you, you're like, oh, you punching like that? Now let me hit you. And then when you end up hitting them, connecting, they fall. And when they fall, they never fuck with you again. Now all of a sudden y'all become best friends. Oh, that tall nigga, no. But you know the game plan. You know, I'm not going to stay on the outside because his reach is longer than mine. So all he got to do is keep jabbing to keep me at bay. And boom. So all I got to do is come in on the inside. And when you watch everybody that had great chances against Fundora, especially Brian Mendoza, the person who knocked Fundora out, it's the heart of the inside, 6 inches. And yes, I believe Charlo, Xander, Boots, Charlo, Xander, and Virgil, you know, can do it. You know, I won't be surprised all 4 of them put Fundora down. I won't be surprised Fundora stopped them, but that's a great fight. You know, it's still the welterweight division. It's super welterweight, but if you go back to the 8 divisions, it's the welterweight division. You know, and it's lit. It's lit. It's lit. Even when you look at the niggas at 147, y'all can come up. Come up. It's only 5 pounds, my nigga. Because when you rehydrate on fight night, nigga, you coming in way beyond that. You know, so is Fundora the best right now at 154? Shit, he was the WBC champion. That's what make him the best. But at the end of the day, we knew Charlo was the guy. You know, but Keith got to go back to the drawing board. You can't blame your team. You got to blame yourself, your ears. You know, because if you want me to keep it tall, I just thought Keith was in there to take the dive. Because everything you really worked on, shout out to the professor, Michael Fox, bro, we all thought we was going to get that Ben Getty Keith Thurman, you know, and we didn't get him. And the reason I say that, because Ben Getty team was there. And you look at his coach and his team was there. Shout out to, what's the brother name? Ferguson, Moran, that was his brother's name, Keith Coach or whatever. If I'm chopping up your name, my apologies. But shout out to the Ben Getty crew, Ben Getty team. You had them in your corner. And the game plan they gave you was well responsible. We can salute that game plan because you never listened to them. You never circled your left. You're fighting a southpaw, and they can go to your left. And when you had good times, you see how you circled to your left? He couldn't touch you. You came in. I don't know, man. But I understand Keith trying to blame the referee. But nigga, you gotta blame yourself. Cause no, I'm only defending the rope of those actions for every fighter that's trying to do that. But people gotta be mindful. We're not in the ring. You know, we're not in the ring to see how these punches, how you see the person throwing it and landing it. Like, excuse me, what I'm about to do. Like when we go back down to the Yo-Yo Hernandez in the Gachet fight, when you look at that situation, Yo-Yo, even though it was a bad stoppage, but you seen the power he was throwing. And sometimes when a referee here is, sometimes they can be like, dang, nigga, no, I gotta stop this. He hitting you too much with this, you know? And another thing is, we don't know how they eyes look because we just on TV. Now the referee is up close in person and seeing the eyes. You feel me? So Let me not put my foot in my mouth with these bad stoppages, but nigga, it was bad stoppages. You know what I mean? Fuck that. It was bad stoppages, but let me tweak it a little bit because we're not in the ring and we're not seeing what these referees are seeing at that moment. But Keith, I'm only going to defend you because of this rope-a-dope situation. I seen, starting 2026, I seen all bad stoppages. You feel me? Starting from the Caballero fight, from the Jadier Herrera fight, and I can keep going every week from January all the way to last year. It was a lot of bad stoppages. And when you look at it, with the same refs. But you personally, I can understand Thomas' position of stopping it because you wasn't showing nothing. And just by Thomas being a referee, you know, because referees know the game, bro. They know the game. All right, if you was circling more to your left, maybe the shit could have went 9-10 rounds, and maybe you could have got away with what you got. But nigga, you're circling to your right, and you getting caught all of the time, bro. Get on top of that, bro. You fighting at a distance. Your arm reach longer than his. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna show y'all something, right? I'm gonna show y'all something. Y'all can see me here. Give me a second. Give me a second, right? I'm gonna show y'all something. If y'all can see me, let me see how can I do this. You feel me? If I'm staying the distance and I'm throwing a jab, I'm a southpaw. Bang, bang. And you're Keith. You're an orthodox fighter, right? I'm southpaw. I'm Fundora. Boom. And you're moving this way, which is toward my left. You feel me? Which is towards my left, which is your right. You feel me? Boom, boom. I'm going to catch you with this left all day. Boom, boom. But if you circle toward your left, which is my right, and the orthodox side fighter circle toward his left, I can't touch him. I can't touch him now. With feeling, even if boom, angles, I'm open. Angles is going to kill me because you over here. So if I try to turn this way, boom, boom, boom. So even if you're still going to catch me, you're still going to catch me. This is the basics of fighting a fucking southpaw. You feel me? But when you're keeping a distance and you fighting a person with a longer arm reach than you, excuse me, you helping him fight long. Now he's fighting long. Excuse me. It depends if his knees bent or if his knees not. So he can fight tall and long, like Shakur did with Tio. Shakur fought tall and long. You feel me? Fundora just fought long. Fundora just fought long because you kept yourself at bay, Keith. You kept yourself at bay. So he got an 80-inch arm reach. So every time he threw the jab, boom, he landed. Then once he threw the overhand, anything, you're there because you're circling towards your motherfucking right, my nigga. So he's gonna keep catching you. So you help him win the fight. So how can you blame the referee if you would have circled this more? Maybe we would have got what we got. You know what I mean? Maybe we could have, the rope-a-dope situation could have happened. But what you're doing, my brother, like, come on, man. The world know that. When you fight a southpaw, circle this way. Fighting a southpaw, bang, boom, boom, boom. You feel me? All day, nigga. All day. All day. This is what I do, man. This is what I do. I watch the game, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of rivalries happen. Like Saturday night, my son had a championship fight. You know, I told him, do not leave it in the judge's hands. You know, he get in there, put on a great fight. Shout out the referee from USA Boxing. When he read the cards, he was like, what? Robbery. Robbery. Why? Because I'm going to tell you about amateurs, right? A lot of amateur fights is just about relationships with these judges. You know, it's relationship about these judges. The trainers, the coach, and the gyms that's holding it. One thing I can say, for every up-and-coming fighter, I always tell everybody this. You're going to the pros What's the difference between the amateurs and the pros? It's your signature. It's just the signature, and you ain't wearing no more headgear. That's all it is. And shout out to every coach that says it. Shout out to the legendary coach, Bozy Ennis, who stated what I'm stating. You know, that's the only thing that's different from an amateur and a pro. And my son will tell you this. You create your tank, your engine starts as you young. When you become a 12, before it was 15 rounds, but when you want to become a 12-round fighter, it starts when you're young. But the key thing is when you in these gyms, when you spar, just work on something. Don't go in there trying to rumble and display your hard talent, because in life, you're going to see that nigga that you're sparring. It might be in the amateurs or it might be in the pros. You're going to see him. So now you giving up everything in your tool bag, certain shit that you've seen, instead of working on, yo, I'm just going to throw 100 punches in one round with my, you know what I mean? Or now I'm going to switch and throw 100 punches like this, or just this off and just all defense. I'm going to move forward with my defense, and then I'm going to go on the back foot. This was sparring for, is to learn something, not to fight. And then when fight night come, you ain't got to figure out your opponent in the first round because you watch this tape. And that's the problem with people. Stop taking the first round off. Go in there, win the first, the second, and the third. If it's a 12-round fight, you got to, it's like quarters. It's like 4 quarters. You feel me? It's a time, place. You feel me? In a situation, if you winning and you not, and a lot of people get gassed out because they don't know how to take off certain rounds. But even though you taking off a certain round, this was sparring coming in. This is what a technique of you learning from sparring. But you kids don't know that because when you spar, you think it's a fight. Gotta learn. All right, first 4 rounds, right? 12 rounds. I'm gonna take the first round. I'm gonna take the second. Between the third or the fourth, I'm gonna give up. From the fifth, now I mean, from the 5th to the motherfucking 7th, then from the 7th to the 9th, then from the 10th to the, bro, you gotta learn how to take shit off. You gotta learn how to win some, go on cruise control, win some. But long as you can win 6, 7 rounds in a bag clearly, there's no like a Tank Lamont Roach. Like a Tank Lamont Roach, you watch the first 8 rounds, Tank up what, 7-1? 6-1? 6-1? Maybe 5-2-ish, but 6-1, really? And come on, bro. Come on. Come on. But that's why I tell these young guys, man, is, you know, listen, everything is the jab is going to set everything up. That's why Rigondeaux, bro, I love that Rigondeaux. Like, I like his style so much because before he came to the States, Fidel Castro had that man as a pet. He was whooping everybody ass. Whooping everybody ass. 500 went, that boy was whooping everybody ass. You know what I mean? And you seen how he controlled everything with the jab. He had come in. Ask Nunitos done there. Ask majority of niggas, tall niggas, he fall. Jab him to death, put his head in their chest, and beat the dog shit out of him. Rigondeaux was a monster. But when you watch his training techniques, it's key. But the point I'm saying about amateurs is learn how to control the fight in the ring. You can control the fight. By you coming off throwing all of this hot dumb shit off, you can control the fight. Just jab this nigga to death. Bop, 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 bang. Always double up. Fence is cool, yeah. But man, fuck that. Boom, boom, boom. Always double up on your shit. Just throw the jab. Throw it. And just when you connect with this one, just break a little bit of power. Because it's going to put him on his back pocket. Or not, you might give him an ass bag for $19.99. You dig it? I'm just saying though. But tradition, to me, is not accepted in these gyms no more. Everybody want to be a P90X trainer. What happened to the 5K? Everybody want to be a... You see, I got everything, bro. Everybody want to be a trim mill nigga. You feel me? Everybody want a trim mill nigga. No, nigga. Hit that motherfucking road and get that 5K in. Hit that road and get that 5K in, man. Job. Open those lungs. Spread that shit, my nigga. Spread that shit. You feel me? Spread it. And that's what I tell every young motherfucker, man. You can change a fight and have a fighter fight in your own pace. It's all about how you dictate shit. And as long as you can dictate that, they make you a technician. You're a ring general, man. You're a ring general. Long as you know how to control the fight and have a person fight church style. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But you got a lot of people, they'll watch a certain fighter, then they want to go to the ring like real fight and trying to emulate that shit. Nah, that shit don't work like that. Whatever you see a person do, ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun. And saying Floyd Mayweather wasn't the king of the shoulder, the Philly shell. His shit was suspect. He was getting hit a lot too. You feel me? James Toney was a different thing. The creator for Philly was a different. These niggas wasn't getting hit. Only thing Floyd added was the half a man, which is the half a man stance and moving around like this. But he still was getting hit. The only thing is he just had Dave Moretti. Just go back and look at the majority of his fight. Then you'll come back and say, "Oh, Dave Moretti, fuck yeah." And then you're going to understand why he never let Kenny Bayless ref none of his fights as a professional fighter. Why? What was the reason? What problem did the Mayweathers have with the Baylesses? Then you're going to understand. And Kenny told you, Kenny said, I used to be a judge. I just was a little younger, so I became a judge referee in an amateur circuit. So you was a judge referee in an amateur circuit. Then when you look at his brother used to work for who? Who Floyd sued? All right. Okay. But Thurman will still be a high, respectable name at 154, 160, 147, even if you move to 168. But as I always said, it's about Thurman. I always said it. He's not that. I always said he wasn't that. You know, I was giving Thurman. No, I was going for the knockout. You know, I'm seeing you got the professor in camp. Listen, fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Fundora. If you got we know you're gonna have a voluntary fight. Fight Michael the Professor. You know what I mean? And yeah, we fight all night. Nigga, I always rumble. Steady in Philly, nigga. We fight every day. And I'm in camp every day. Every day I'm in camp. Man, I'm in camp every day. You know, I do like every day. I probably do like 9 to 15 minutes of shadow box. You know what I do is I do full 3 rounds. I go in a regular fight. You know. No, but when I'm wrestling, you know, I'm standing up or I'm doing some squats or I do some push-ups and I go back. Nah, man, that's me throwing my 1,000 punches a day. You know, that shit'll help you. Plus, it'll keep you more sharper. Know what I mean? It'll keep you more sharper. You know. But you know, I always mimic. When I was a kid, oh, football is beats, basketball is beats. I still play them sports crazy. You know. But it's that you know when you short like me, and y'all know how it is going to school in the 80s, early 90s. To get accepted on a school team, you had to be tall. I never liked that shit. The tall people be bums. They be fucking bums. Bum yachts. Andrew Bunyan. Fuck Andrew Bynum. Andrew Bunyan. Bunyan. Know what I mean? And I remember the motherfuckers picked tall ass Mark. I remember this shit like yesterday. Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller said, Lewis, you will never be an athlete because you're too small. You might be gooder than everybody else here, but you're too small. But when I was looking at it, that because it hurted me. I'm small as shit. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, I'm the only Puerto Rican in this fucking school. And it fucked me up. It fucked me up. You know, teacher Caucasian, it fucked me up. Then you end up putting a bum ass motherfucker on the team. And the team quit. The team quit. And he got mad and he just had a bunch of corny motherfuckers on the team for heart transplant. My homies was mad. It was like this elementary. They was like, how? How not little June? Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, nigga, this the Tim Hardaway, right? This when Tim Hardaway was the shit. Like, nigga, his stutter step, like, bro, we was doing all that shit. You understand? So we seen AI come and change the whole dynamic of the whole the crossover situation. But when Mr. Miller said that shit to me, I learned right there. I'm like, damn, all of this shit is real. And then as I start growing up, well, after the '90s, you started seeing it. When you started seeing the script clear as day, I was like, oh, all these niggas is just live Broadway actors, you know? Oh, this shit is like you just playing, like literally, you go in the game, you just playing a live Broadway play. You go in there, you read the script, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do it. You just you just a live actor. But it hurt in my motherfucking heart when that nigga told me that and put bum ass niggas on the team. And I'm sitting there looking like that. But the key thing, like I always tell, I can still do all of that shit right now. Still fast, still good, still great. And age ain't nothing but a number, man. It's nothing but a number. Because you got a lot of young motherfuckers, I'll fuck this old ass up. The next thing you know, the old man end up hitting you. You end up getting knocked the fuck out. Make it make sense. You gonna hit him. You gonna, my turn. Gotta remember, our shit is different from y'all. We used to really play sports. Y'all kids out here, y'all niggas ain't playing sports. Bro, I watch football. This is no lie, man. I can't wait to get our house arrest. Pop over some of these streaming kids. Oh, come on, I'm taking all that shit, nigga. I don't need the magnetic gloves, nigga. I'm taking all that, nigga. My hands magnetic, nigga. Taking all that. I'm trying to tell you, man, this shit different. Football was my favorite sport. Football, boxing, flipping, basketball, baseball. I knew I could catch. So long as catching, I got hands. These hands. Sport-wise shit. Illegal things, this shit made me millions of dollars, bro. Only if you knew when I was a kid, this shit out. Table work. Oil, like, come on, bro, making that shit jump like Jordan, bro. Trained out of mindset, bro. Trained out business. Business is something different. Only time it never worked it when I was in work release, the nigga tried to they had me doing telemarketing. So the nigga Mr. Wright from telemarketing gonna say, it's just like selling drugs. I had to correct it. No, it's the fuck not. Don't put newspapers and drugs in the same. You can't put none of that shit. Why? Because drugs sell itself. Newspapers don't. Your merch, everything else don't. You gotta promote it. You gotta market it. So what's your best? What's the best marketing strategy ever? You ain't gotta pay no fucking body. Just create videos. And don't listen, people, please. If you get 1 view, 2 views, 3 views, cool. Just look at the engagement. It's higher than the nigga that got 100,000 views. That's really fake. I'm just saying. I'm just giving out game out here. Just giving out game out here, man. It is. Before you up and coming fighters, man. Before I get off this, I always tell you, man, start your own promotional company. Learn the business of boxing. Because once you turn pro, it's the business, baby. It's the business. And you got to be careful. I came across, shout out one time, Wontime. She's a lawyer. I came across a clip on Instagram. And I wrote them and I asked them, can I share this clip? So I'm just waiting for the message. If they message me back and say yes, I'm going to post it on my shorts. Because the game she giving, beautiful. It's real. Listen, when she broke down by the contract, I want to share it so bad, but I just don't want to put it up and end up getting a copyright strike for no apparent reason. Hey Tim, what up? What up? But I asked her permission. I'm just waiting for an answer back. And if she say yes, shout out Wontime. I will post it. It's a lawyer. Go check her out. On Instagram is at WONTIME. Go check her out. She's a boxer attorney, a combat attorney. She was breaking down a contract, and I want you brothers to go check her out. So hopefully, hey, Tim, he would destroy them niggas, man. That boy looked sharp. Listen, man, I'm sorry. This nigga gonna be this generation Holyfield, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Shout out to the real deal. Bro, that nigga, that jab, bro, that speed, man. That Franklin couldn't even. He like, what the fuck? I was thinking for him. Every time he threw that shit, I was thinking with Franklin. Franklin brain was in my brain. I was like, damn, well, he whooping my ass. This shit crazy. You know? Yeah, he ready. He been ready. I always tell people, man, hey, we fight all night. What up? What up? I'm trying to do. I seen what you wrote on Discord. I'm with it, man. Moses Itauma, man, that boy, man. Give him the please. Somebody give him the opportunity, a chance. I'm seeing he talk. Listen, man, give him the opportunity, a chance, man. Please, man. Please, please. He's ready now. He's ready now, man. Moses Itauma is ready right now, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm just man. Israel Teller. Like, come on, bro. Willie was too much for you, my nigga. I don't want to say that, but Willie looked good, man. The Magnificent Seven had a cool card, man. They had a cool card, man. Shout out Willie Hutchinson, man. Pulled that shit off. Shout out Moses Itauma. Oh my God, that knockout was crazy. You seen that uppercut? Hey, that motherfucking uppercut. Oh my God. And lift his soul. You seen that shit? Mom. Yo, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. That boxing was lit. And shout out Pro Box TV, Acosta and them. They had great fights on over there. Malik Montgomery and all of them. You know, Mayhem was rumbling. No Pro Box had a good card. But I got to go back and tune in more because, man, that motherfucking knockout. I was tuned into the Magnificent Seven and PBC card, you know, because I was like the prelims. I just was watching to see who was the rush. Once I see Huggins, I said, the first thing I said, oh, here we go. He about to fuck up the fight. And what happened? He fucked up the fight. Then you seen him on the main card with Yo-Yo Hernandez and Terrell. Bad stoppages. He fucked that up, you know? All legit. All legit. Problem. Hey, and shout out Frank Warren. He got all of the heavyweights locked down, you know? Remind me of Don King of this era right now. Yeah, I want to know what's next for Itauma, you know? He don't need no losers. Somebody you get the loser out of such and such. It's Daniel Dubois, right? And Warley, if I'm not mistaken, he get the loser out of that. Why you want a loser? Supposed to be the winner fight. Like, bro, come on. He's ready. He's ready. Trust me. You got fuck acting if he's ready. You gotta make sure the champion is ready. Because he's coming for that shit. He's coming. That little motherfucker coming. He's coming. No Diddy, the way he sound crazy out my mouth, pause, no Diddy, but yeah, give him the opportunity, man. See, and then a lot of things people gotta stop. We gotta stop saying people ain't ready. No, them niggas is ready. Give them the opportunity. Once you give them the opportunity, we're gonna see. You know, we ain't go Canelo. Like we seen Canelo record. You put him in with Floyd, show something. Like, all right, it's not. We fight on that. I do agree with you. I would like to see like Ja Opataya move to light heavyweight. You know, I think but Moses is moving like yeah. I'm gonna keep it real. I thought it was another Holyfield with that motherfucker. He remind me of a young Holyfield at cruiserweight though, at heavyweight, and I'm like, oh he. Because I'm gonna be real. When I looked at the Dillian fight, you know, when he hit Dillian with that shot, I said, nah, Dillian legs ain't gonna be back on him. So I'm glad they stopped it. Imagine heavyweight Berlanga. Yo, Berlanga he can make that. Berlanga can make that. Berlanga can. Well, I'm gonna tell you about all these fights. Berlanga, big, them niggas can make light heavyweight though. You know, but Berlanga chin, he gonna get knocked the fuck out, man. You know, and Berlanga, hey, we fight all night. I'm gonna get the brother name, man. I'm gonna get the brother name. The guy who used to sell DVDs. Shout out to the brother who used to sell DVDs and mixtapes in New York, who dropped Berlanga in the amateurs and made him chinny. You know what I mean? But Berlanga, he go out on his armor, man. That's one thing I can respect about him. But one thing he need to do is he got to go back to his boxing style. Like him and Shakur, they were best friends. Like best friends, stay in the same hotel, singing songs, all that shit. Shakur getting on his knees, singing like this. Like these niggas crazy, you know what I mean? But Berlanga, he used to be a good boxer. Of what I'm hearing, you know. But when I came across one of his clips, I seen him getting cooked. You know what I mean? They turned pro just like Danny Garcia, and they just started sitting down on these shots more, and they started getting more knockouts. And then, I hope they don't try to motherfucking zap me again. But yeah, man, Moses Itauma, he's ready right now, man. Him and Caballero would be a great fight. Uh, him and Guido would be a good fight. Him and Guido would be a good fight. Him and Guido would be a good fight. Shit. The winner out of Chisora and Wilder. The winner out of Chisora and Wilder would be a great fight for Moses Itauma. It would be a great fight. You know what I mean? Especially the winner out of that. If Chisora win and he don't retire, cool. If Wilder win, because I'm not, you know what I mean? Or the winner out of the Big Baby Miller fight. You feel me? That'd be a good one. All of the heavyweights, them motherfuckers is lit. I ain't gonna even lie, Shout out Frank Warren, shout out Queensberry. Got all the best heavyweights. Got all the heavyweights he got is good. You know, only people he ain't got is Richard Torres. Shit, Itauma and Frank Sanchez would be a great fight. But Richard Torres and Rocket over there, Golden Boy. Dang, I forgot. Terra Moana. That's a fight everybody needs to stay from. No, stay away from Terra Moana. I mean, I don't know. That motherfucker just, man, he just, he act like this Gypsy King a little bit, but he got way more power than Tyson Fury, He got Deontay Wilder power with an Ali movement. Heavy like Tyson Fury, punch like Deontay Wilder in both hands, but move like Ali. I don't know. When I seen things like 2024, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Know what I mean? Aquaman. I was called the Aquaman looking motherfucker. But the Aquaman beat dog shit out of him. Know what I mean? Yeah, he can punch. You seen his last knockout? Man, my dad watching him doing. Remember the boy, what's the guy that stepped out the ring on Ijaba? Remember Ijaba? And we fight all night. We were talking about that shit the other night. Remember? Ijaba walked in the ring and the boy walked out. Terra Moana and them fighting her. Put him to sleep. He bent down there and just came all clean. Put that boy, Adio me, put him right to sleep. That nigga was snoring on that joint. He gave him the Joey Jihad. You understand me? Joey Jihad. Nigga. 12 o'clock on him. You hear me? Ali for that. Now I'm gonna check him out. Well, he's an up and coming fighter. Because I be all around the board. Hey, we fight on night when he's an up and coming fighter, boxer, UFC, MMA. And right now, I just been in the amateur circuit, running around in the amateur circuit, watching certain fighters. But let me know, he a professional fighter or like MMA and stuff. I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna write this shit there, so I'm gonna check him out. Give me a second. Boxing, all right, American boxing. I'm gonna go check him out. Go check him out. He said he top prospect. I hate this shit, yeah. One of the top heavyweight prospect. Oh, he one of the top heavyweight prospects. I'm gonna check him out. Who he signed to? Nobody ain't pick him up yet? I'm gonna go check him out. I'm gonna break news. Get some clips of him breaking news, man. Shout out my guy. We fight all night. Put me on Ali for Legend. I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna go check him out soon. I'm done this. Yo, I always get zapped, y'all. Ain't nothing you. Zap gang. You know what I mean? Zap gang. If you ain't get zapped, oh, we got one with Ali. I'm gonna check him out. I'm definitely gonna check him out. I'm definitely gonna check him out. Gotta wrote that bitch down. My notes. He on Top Rank? Okay. Top Rank fighter. Let me write that shit right here. You know, Top Rank gonna move him right. Top Rank gonna move him right. They're gonna build him. They're gonna build him. You know, they definitely gonna build him. I'm gonna go check him out. I'm definitely gonna check him out. I won't be surprised some of Richard Torres be next. Soon, not as of now, soon, because we see how the Richard Torres climbing the ladder. Richard Torres versus Frank Sanchez is a beautiful fight, you know. But I'm gonna keep it tall. All them niggas better stay away from Moses Time. They better stay away from the time. That nigga different. You know, watch out for dude. I'm gonna watch. He only 22. I'm gonna watch out for him. I just wrote it down. I'm gonna watch out for him. Say he top rank. So now I know what Ali, uh, Torres. I just said the other boy name. Damn, what's the other brother name, man? The Italian brother, man. What's his name? Guido. I don't know if Guido's still with top rank. I gotta check. Yeah, yeah. But all the brothers better stay away from Moses at time, man. Moses, oh my God, that boy, oh my God, man. Yeah, I had to cut my own hair again. That shit go back fat. I'm gonna do it again. Damn, man. Dang, I forgot. But yeah, thanks for everybody showing up. You know what I mean? Gave live up. I'm probably hop on back later. You know, waiting for a phone call from out Vegas and shit from one of my homies. Um, to see how this tank situation gonna go. That's what I've been doing. A lot of oh, a certain source. You know, that's why I'm telling y'all about the PBs. I want to know, people, please. You know, you was in Vegas Saturday night. I want to ask y'all certain questions. You know, but I'm trying to figure out. You know, Tank is WBA champion again at 135. I told y'all a long time ago. You know, when that Jake Paul and Tank fight fell off, Jake Paul and I'm lying. And Tank told us, don't let me find out anything. And they put a fake case on that brother. About to be a major lawsuit coming. He got his title back. You know, I want to see how this takes place. I want to see how this takes place. Who his next opponent going to be? Is it going to be Pitbull at 135 or is Tank moving up to 140? We know Lamont Roach and the Williams Zepeda fight should be happening at 135 for the WBC title. A lot of people thought Javier Herede should have been elevated to champ because he's the intern champ. But me personally, how he got his victory, 9. I'd rather go with Williams and Pater and Lamont Roach because Jody hit her that day. And that Ricardo Nunes fight, it was a bad stoppage. It was a premature stoppage. Ricardo Nunes was on his ass. You know what I mean? Dropped him and everything. Then he get up, drop him, but you stop it. And then when you go to the main event, Caballero get the same stoppage. You're like, come on, bro. Then the following week, Dalton Smith, that badass stoppage. Like, come on, bro. I'm just saying, like, we just had a lot of bad stoppages this year. But I'm up on out of here. I'm going to get at y'all $1.